Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? I hope you're having a great day. So today we're talking about how a person who is jealous, how you can overcome your jealousy, or you can help someone to overcome your jealousy. Well, just like when I gave you the examples in the allegory for the Tower of Babel of how you must communicate on the same line as somebody else in order for them to understand you truly, jealousy is something that most people don't understand. So your ability to help someone is hampered because we look at it from the wrong polarity scale. What do I mean by that? This is what I'm saying. Sometimes we like to put jealousy and trust on the same scale, as if you move from jealousy to trust along the same line. But in truth, in order to overcome jealousy, you have to understand what it is in a relationship and how you move from jealousy to confidence. You see, that's the trick right there. Trust is not on the opposite end of the scale of jealousy. Now, what am I talking about in that? On a scale of temperature, there is cold and then there's hot. So they are the same thing dealing with temperature. Jealousy is dealing with the uncertainty, dealing with suspicion, dealing with a person being anxious and apprehensive. So that is not on the same scale of trust. You see, trust is on the scale of a person doing deeds that prove that they are trustworthy, that their action denote trustworthiness. So on the opposite end of trust is mistrust or distrust. You see, on the opposite end of jealousy is confidence or certainty. It's all based on emotion and belief. You see, trust is based on deeds. Jealousy is based on belief and emotions. So in order to move a person from jealousy to confidence, you don't, by committing yourself to doing deeds of trust, by showing up all the time, by being a person of your word, by not putting yourself in a position to compromise the relationship. Those things won't eliminate a person's jealousy, because all that needs to happen is somebody to look at you a certain way, or walk past you a certain way, or do anything like that. And then all of a sudden the rage monster of jealousy shows itself. You see, the rage monster of jealousy don't show itself when the person has certainty of within themselves concerning the relationship. And it's not so much the certainty in the person, it's within themselves. You see, I was having this conversation with someone recently, and the thing about it is, I showed them where if you are always looking for brown, if you're always looking for dirt, if you're always looking for something negative, you will find it. You will manifest that negativity within that relationship, because that is what you're constantly looking for. Hence, jealousy, suspicion, because you're suspicious of every action and activity that that person has, so that goes on in their life. So you will find it in some way, somehow. They will a message comes through, a phone call, staring off into nothingness turns into them staring at someone. You will find some level of jealousy, something that you can be suspicious about, something that you can have apprehension and anxiety about. You're trying to call them, they're not answering their phone for one reason or another. Your first thought is not that they may have lost their phone, or their phone is off, or something's going on. Or no, the first thought is, who are they talking to? What are they doing? These kinds of things, these kinds of thoughts start coming to your mind because you have that apprehension, that anxiousness, but it's all within you. Now, I know what some people are thinking right now. I'm jealous, so I have those apprehensions. I have that anxiety. I have that suspicion because people have cheated on me. People have done this to me or done that to me. And yes, they may have. But could they have done that because there was so much suspicion put on the person that eventually the pressure of it caused that person to do that? Now, I'm not saying that is right, because it's not. It's never right. But I've seen situations where someone was accused of something every week, accusation, accusation, every week. And then after years of accusation, it manifested itself in the person committing to that act. Why? Is it right for the person to commit the act? No. But after years of accusation, it created such a negative ball of energy towards that person. That relationship became so toxic that eventually the only escape that they had, it wasn't the only escape, but one of the escape that they chose was to go ahead and fulfill the prophecy that had been spoken of for years. So what am I saying? If you're jealous, if you have a jealousy within you, you have to build that confidence inside you. You have to know that your worth, your value. that you are worthy enough that if you're with somebody, that that person values you, that you will be with somebody who will value you to the point where there will not be any need for suspicions or uncertainty or apprehension or anxiousness, that there won't be any of that because you know your value and you know that that person who is going to be with you will value you the same. Because if a person doesn't value you the same, then you shouldn't be with them anyway, because all that anxiety and stress is just tainting you, is toxic to you, is stressing your life. And then the person who you're putting that out to is causing them stress too, but eventually they will relieve themselves of that stress. So if you don't trust somebody, it's because they've shown you that they're not trustworthy. They've committed themselves to deeds that show you that they're distrustful. They're mistrustful. So they've known that in deeds. Your jealousy is emotionally based, is falsified, and this is something that you can fix just by looking internally into yourself and knowing your self-worth, your value, knowing that you will be satisfied in who you are, and that the people around you will be satisfied. They will be content. They will be calm. They will be grateful. They will enjoy you. As it was said to me once before, they will celebrate you, not tolerate you. So y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourself. My greatness is non-negotiable, and so is yours.